Hi, welcome to the Pursuit of Truth. I was just thinking about, my normal topics that I go on here about the way we live and how it could be better, and in the last few podcasts I've been talking about those things. And then I was thinking, what should I talk about? And I was thinking about, one day we'll all be dead, and I was thinking, well, then why is it we, the pursuit of these things, of living a better life, what's the purpose of it, in the sense that, well, I'll be dead in I don't know how many years, and then any of the suffering that I've gone through, it won't matter anyway, because I'll be dead. I mean, if you don't believe in God or reincarnation, then you cease to exist, and that's the end of it. If that's the case, then that makes me think that all my life, which I've spent a lot of time of it worrying about this and that. My goodness, the amount of worry I did during school and college, and even during my early years at work, the things I used to worry about, and even to this day, the things I worry about. We go through our lives worrying all the time. I'm quite an anxious person, but I know all of us, we do have worries. There's things that come along that make us think and worry about results and all sorts of stuff. But at the end of the day, we're all going to be dead. Now, if we do believe in God or reincarnation, if you believe in reincarnation, you're going to come back anyway, and then you have to suffer more of it. So maybe there is a reason for those people to want to change the world that we live in. If you believe in God, then you're going to be away from this place anyway. You'll be in perfect harmony with rivers that flow, is it milk and honey, forests and lakes. Perfect, ideal world where you don't need to consume food, you don't need to have money, you never die, you're immortal, you live with God's love, and you're a soul without blemishes, I assume. I don't know how in heaven you'll be. If, will you still be you? Will you still have the same thoughts, the same feelings? Because these things on earth are things that we've been taught. I don't know whether we were meant to be like this way. Anyway, that's not really the point. Getting off the subject there a little bit. But just the fact that how we as humans, and I don't know whether this is intrinsic or taught, why do we worry so much? I know I've talked about this previously. I used to have a fear of flying, and I can now see, now that I don't have that fear anymore, the difference of the journey, how easier it is now. I can look out a window and see the plane, turning around. Turbulence, if it's bad, it's still a little bit, but normal turbulence I'm fine with. I used to have to hold my wife's hand through most of the flight. Now I don't need to do that anymore. I'm the same person, but it's just a different mindset. And I was thinking about that to do with worry as well. But it's difficult to get rid of these things if they're part of your character or, your flaws. None of us are perfect and we're all different and blah, blah, blah. But just this fact of worrying about things. But then maybe it's important, because then that's what makes us want to strive and want to be better. If we all didn't worry about the state of this planet, I'll call it planet, I don't know if that's the right term or not, we don't know what it really is, it's a made up name anyway, let's not go down there. This place that we live in, if we didn't care about it, then we would leave people suffering and starving, and people that, oh wait a minute, we already do that. Even those of us that do care, we still do it, and we still, day by day, we walk past people who are suffering. Some people we don't even know when they're suffering, because they keep it inside, and because we're so scared of telling each other how we feel, we often suffer in silence. What a strange species we are. The term I want to use is fucked up. We definitely are, aren't we? Because a lot of the things that we put our minds to, we screw up. We don't do the best way possible. I mean, I know this is because of thousands of years and backward people's minds that are, that couldn't even use Google now, have shaped the world that we live in. The people that decided we would take pieces of the tree and make it a way that we could barter between each other. I mean, it's quite ludicrous in a way, isn't it? Money. How it's paper, as in, from a tree. The tree that was given to all of us freely. We take its leaves, and we take, it's wood, isn't it? However you make paper. And we now use that to, we don't even use that anymore because most of it's digital. We don't actually have the money that we all say we have. It's never been printed, that amount. But it's ludicrous, really, isn't it? It's very depressing when you think about it, the way that we've screwed up this chance that we all had, that we're all living these selfish, miserable, lonely existences where, look around, 7 billion of us, if that number is accurate. God, it's amazing how much quantifying I have to do when I talk about a statement, because everything is like, who knows whether it's true or not. But we have everything we possibly could have wanted on this place. We have food, we have sustenance, we have warmth, we have cold, we have rain, we have snow, we have sun, we have all the lovely fruits, we've got oceans to swim in. We were given paradise, and we made it into hell. I guess the optimistic part of me says, well, it's not too late. But if we look back at our history, which, people like to laud about how great we are, how civilized, the Roman Empire, the British Empire, this, that and the other, the Saxons, Africans, whatever people want to, Shaka Zulu, want to go on about and say how brilliant history was and how we've evolved and all that, and it hasn't changed. Yeah, because when you look at the past of history, it isn't anything to be proud of. People have been suffering for generations. People, the way we've been living. I just don't want to go into it, but you know what I'm talking about. So we're at this stage now, and we still haven't got it right. Anyway, that's enough. Take care, take it easy. God bless and peace.